What makes an anime adaptation shine compared to the source material? Is it the voice acting, the musical score, or the fluent animation within these works? In my mind, what sells an adaptation is their ability to take all these different components to compose a magnificent atmosphere, and playing death games to put food on the table accomplish all of that and so much more. So join me as I review possibly one of the earliest contenders for anime of the year and my overall thoughts for the episode. Be sure to subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and let's get started. Some background for those unaware of what the story is even about. Yuki Soramachi wakes up in a maid outfit within a mansion that she has never seen before, along with 5 other girls who she has also never seen before. They are all within a death game where they must escape the booby-trapped mansion. For Kinko, Aoi, Benya, and Momono, this is the first game they've experienced. For Koko, this is her second game in 2 years, so she's no different from the rest. And for Yuki, this is her 28th consecutive game, making her the most experienced player. Now, the second we begin the episode, you can see the paint-like art style that Studio Dean decided to commit to. The more minimalistic style allows the viewer to focus on the environment, which is one of the driving points of these death games, along with the beautiful girls, which is also amplified by the animation style. At some points, the camera zooms out and their faces disappear. In my eyes, this could be symbolic of how the audience watching only sees them as objects for entertainment. The portrayal of Ghost House itself also adds towards their accomplishments in manifesting the perfect atmosphere. Through the misleading warm color schemes throughout its Victorian-style halls, the lighting they're capable of utilizing to portray the false hope of the exit door, and the beautiful sounds of falling water within the water salt trap as the room continues to flood. Speaking of sound, another key pro of this adaptation is its soundtrack, whether it's the more soft music that fits the other maids stealing Yuki's food, or the music began to ramp up and increase as the sauce descends from the sky. And one of the final pieces of the atmosphere that aids this adaptation will be how they handle the entry points. The way this entire story is written is through entry logs by Yuki herself, so hearing her inner monologue and her writing about in the future before Aoi's death was a beautiful yet dreadful scene to see. Speaking of Yuki, let's get into my appreciation for these characters. Now, as any other light novel reader, I absolutely adore how each of these characters were brought to life. Considering the light novel didn't have many illustrations besides the one in the beginning, it was great to see how these amazing designs got animated and given the appreciation they deserve. Hopefully Hakushi gets the same treatment, but we'll see. The VAs did an amazing job portraying their characters and bringing them to life as well, specifically Aoi and Yuki's in my opinion. While for supporting roles, Kinko definitely is my top pick. Rana Motomura's performance as Aoi blew me away. She perfectly encapsulated the despair and helplessness in Aoi's voice as she realized she was bound to die. The victim of not bridging an ally like Benya, and the victim of someone having the resolve to do something completely insane. The sheer terror within that scream conveyed a complex stream of emotions, and it was definitely worth seeing my sister who has never read the light novel wince right through it. And of course, there's Chiyuki Miura's characterization of the melancholic altruist we call our MC, Yuki. Whether it be through her speech on mourning for those lost within the games, or needing rules to continue moving forward, she delivered every single time. The anime as a whole is capable of perfectly portraying what made Yuki an experienced player through the calm disposition she carried through the novel and even added to it in beautiful ways. Hell, Kinko's inner monologue after stabbing herself did an amazing job of conveying her love for her father, the love that gave her the resolve to enter this game in the first place. Heck, it seems like this anime can't miss. And I'm sorry, but them using the record starting as a metaphor for Yuki stabbing Kinko was absolutely vile, and I despise how cool of an effect it had. Anyways, now that the glaze is out of the way, it's time to explain why I can only give this episode an 8, maybe an 8.5 out of 10. Now wait, before you get pitchforks, let me preface this. I am completely aware that when adapting a light novel, cut content is unavoidable. Whether it be for ReZero or Classroom of the Elite, I've always been aware of this. And it's due to this that I feel like Ghost House suffers slightly as an adaptation due to the amount of content they actually cut. Some examples will be cutting a good bit of Yuki's monologues, whether it be on her experiences with other beginners self-sacrificing out of grief or guilt, Yuki figuring out how to clear the water saw trap, and most importantly, her tense reaction at having the other girls cling to her, which makes more sense if you read the Candle Woods arc, as it parallels a certain character we'll see in probably 2 episodes or so. But along with these, they change one of the key character moments that sort of symbolize and show off her now developed self from Candlewoods. In the anime, when Coco triggers the key trap, Yuki calmly warns her before her imminent death due to the pike, but in the light novel, she shows more urgency as she uncharacteristically jumps out of her chair and screams to warn Coco to duck before her death. This moment helps to reveal how she truly is giving her all to ensure the survival of everyone, and how by her 28th game, she's come out of her shell ever so slightly. Another bit of cut content would be them actually walking through room to room. While I'm aware that this may sound like filler from an outside perspective, it was necessary to formulate slight dynamics between the girls and also aid in showing off their deteriorating mental states. They begin the game huddled up against Yuki when they're 6, only to be completely separated once the numbers deteriorate down to 4. And my final gripe to end things off resides within a small part within the episode that disrupts one of my personal favorite moments from the arc in general, and it comes from Momono outright asking Yuki if it's alright to just leave Kinko behind in the sauna. The reason a bit of my heart didn't completely vibe with this scene in the anime was because it took away one of the biggest abilities Yuki's learned throughout her times within these death games, her ability to read a person's emotions from their expressions. In the novel, Yuki's able to deduce what Momono is thinking through the look in her eyes alone, which I much prefer as it is a way to further drive home how Yuki has truly become an experienced gamer. Did I just call her a gamer? Sorry, currently recording this video in the library, so feeling a bit tense, but we keep it pushing. Anyways, on to the outro. Anyways, that's all from me. This is my first attempt at a shorter retrospective, so I hope it came out well. Overall, I really did enjoy the adaptation of Ghost House and think this is an amazing start for the series. While I do feel like it'd be better as possibly 2 episodes and maybe even 3 if I wanted to push it, I can understand the reasoning behind putting it into one long episode, along with it diverting expectations for new viewers, as this was the only part of the show that was heavily advertised. Besides, this just means that we get Candle Woods quicker, which in my opinion is a plus. If you enjoyed, why not like and subscribe? I may make a video once Candle Woods wraps up, but it's, I guess, only time will tell. Anyways, I gotta go read volume 2 since that's definitely getting content adapted, and I'll see you in the next one.